Good morning, dear students. In this video lecture, I will be discussing squares and square roots remaining part. That is, I will be solving here question number 11 so that you will be able to solve the remaining parts. Now, question number 11, I have solved up to question number 10. I have given all the ideas how to find out the squares, then square root up to two decimal place, then to find out the square root of integers, whole numbers like that, like 2, 3, 99. I hope there is no problem at all. Then now we will be moving on to the next part, that using algebraic methods to find the squares of 52. Now if I have to calculate the square of 52, let's take 11 number, 11 sub part 1. Now to find the square root of 52, if we go by our old method 52 multiplied by 52, it will take long time. Now we have to use algebraic identities. This method is called algebraic identities. So what I can do, I can write 50 plus 2 whole square. 52 can be written as 50 plus 2 whole square. Now this is in the form of a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square means a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b. So 50, 5 5s are 25, 20 here 4 plus 50 into 200, 100 into 2, 200. So 204 and 2500. So it will be 2500 plus 12, 700 and 4. So in this way it will be easy for you to calculate the squares of big numbers. Right now 52, if you will multiply, it will be 104, then 100 and 2 2s are 4, 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10, carry 1, 25 plus 1, 26, 4, 0, 7, 2. Okay, in this way it will take time. Using algebraic identities, if I ask you to calculate this value of 99 square, then you have to multiply 99 into 99, 9 9s are 9 9s, it will take time. Now using algebraic identities, what we can do, 99 can be written as 100 minus 1. So 100 square minus 2 into 100 into first term plus of 1 square. 100 square means simply we have to put 4 zeros, 2 zeros are there, so it will become 4 zeros, minus 200 plus 1. Now when you subtract 200 from 10,000, it will become 9,800 plus 1, so it will be 9,801. So simply you will be able to solve using algebraic identities. Now moving on to question number 13. Now in an auditorium, the number of rows is equal to the number of chairs in each rows. So first of all, try to understand what is row. This way, when we, like in our classroom visit, we actually say that this is a row. It's straight lines, straightwise we say it is a row. No, actually it is, we are sitting in column. Rows are horizontal lines, columns are vertical lines. In mathematics, columns are vertical lines, C1, C2, C3. These are row 1, row 2 and row 3. Now the question says, in an auditorium the number of rows is equal to the number of chairs. Means if I have 2 rows, in each row there will be 2 chairs. According to this question, if suppose I am saying, suppose I have 2 rows, then each row will be having 2 chairs. So total how many chairs will be there? 4 chairs. If I have n number of rows, then number of chairs will also be equal to n. So from this part, what you understand, let the number of rows, we have to write, let the number of rows be equal to n, then chairs will be equal to n only. According to question, n square is equal to 2, 3, 0, 4. So n will be equal to root under of 2, 3, 0, 4. Now by using prime factorization method or by long division method, I hope you all can easily find out. When you will calculate its value, the answer will come 48. So total number of chairs will be equal to 48. Total number of rows will also be equal to 48. Now I will be solving the next question. Now question number 14 is also same. You have to just find out the square root of 1089. And then in question number 15 also same way, you have to find out the square root and the remaining number you have to subtract. That's all. Now question number 16. Sub part A I will be solving, or it is one number, okay? 1, 2, 3 all are same. But find the least number that must be subtracted from each of the following numbers to get a perfect square. Means what number should be subtracted from 9, 8, 4, 5 so that the number becomes a perfect square. Now, first of all, we have to find the nearest perfect square. So, our task will be equal to 9, 8, 4, 5. 2 pairing, 9 nines are 81 plus minus 18 blank space, 9 already copied. Subtract this, 8 minus 1, 7, 9 minus 8, this much, then 4, 5. Now, what number you are going to place here so that it will become 1, 7, 4, 5? Let's try 1, 8, 9 into 9. 9 nines are 81, carry 8. 9 eights are 72 plus 8, 88. 9 ones are 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. So 1701. So if you put 9 number, by hit and trial method you have to go for 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But see here, if it is 9, 900 and 9 8 is 72. So 900 plus 72, 720. That means 1620. Remaining part you can add. So you have to be very smart. One's place is 1 into 9, 900. If I put 8, it will be 800 plus 640 and so on like that. So instead of that, you have to apply your brain which number should satisfy so that I will become near to this number. So 9. So 99, it is 100 and now. So 44. What number should be subtracted from this? The remaining we are getting extra. This number is extra and all our number is finished. So the number that should be subtracted, the number to be subtracted will be equal to 9 is equal to 44. That means 44 I should subtract. Extra we are getting here. Whatever remaining number we will get, we have to subtract that much number. Now, if you subtract that much number, then the perfect square will become how much? So 9845 minus 44 root will be equal to 99. That means 9801 root under is equal to 99. So this will be your answer for question number 16A. Then I will be solving 17 also. Now 17.1. Question number 17.1. What number should be added? In previous one we were subtracting the extra number. Here we have to add to make this a near perfect square. So number is 9389. Same procedure we have to follow. First we have to try to find out the nearest. So 9 nines are 81. Addition, subtraction. Okay. Now 8 9 will come here. Which number should come here so that it will be near to this? If I write 1 8, it is 1200, 700. Then 8 sevens are 56, 1200. If I assume here 7, let's take 7. So 7 sevens are 49, carry 4, 8 sevens are 56 plus 4. 56 plus 4 is 60, carry 6, 7 ones are 7 plus 6, 13. So this number is more than this. So I cannot take this. Now let's take 186 into 6, 6 6 are 36, carry 3, 8 6 are 48 plus 3, 49. Carry 4, 6 1 is 6 plus 4, 1096. Now which number will come here? If I keep here 6, so it will be 1096. 6 6 is 33. Okay, if I keep here 6, so I will get 11116, which is less than this. Generally we make that we write less numbers here, but when they ask what number should be added, means when they ask what should be added, when they ask what to be added, then you have to take a number. Like when you put 6, it is coming less than this. When you put 7, you are getting extra number. So here you have to put extra here. You have to go for extra, then you will get 1309. Then subtract 9 minus 9 0, 10 minus 8 2, here 2 minus 2 0 and 0. Just opposite, it will be negative answer. Now this number, this minus 20 you are getting, so you should add how much? 9389 plus 20 should be done. Then only you will get a perfect square. I hope it is clear. See what I said here. When you are supposed to subtract, you have to take a number, means general division you have to do. General division means general long division you have to go when you have to subtract any number. But when they ask what should be added to a certain number, then you have to just do opposite. You have to come to a last step in which it should be a little more than this number. Suppose I put 6, I will multiply with 6, so it will be less than this, I will get positive value. So I don't want positive value here, I want negative value, so that this negative value I can add to this number, and then my answer will be 97, and the result will be like 9049, 9409, and this will be equal to 97. Just this thing, this is the key point to keep in mind, so that you will not face any problem. When you have to add, you have to go little extra, a little extra. If you have, with the help of 6 you are getting less number, no, you go for 7 and then you add. If in case of subtraction, no problem, normal long division you have to do. Now I will be moving on to question number 18. What least number should, what is the greatest number, and that. Now question number 18. Question number 18 says that what, find the greatest 6-digit number which is a perfect square. Greatest 6-digit number which is a perfect square. Greatest 6-digit number we know 6 times 9, correct? Now is this a perfect square? So greatest 6-digit number, I cannot add 1, I will go that side, so I have to take at maximum 9 6 times. So what will be here? 9 9s are 81. Then same procedure, plus minus 80. Now what number will come? 9 9. What number should come here? Again it will be, I think, 9 900. Yeah, maximum 9 only it will come. 9 9s are 81. Okay, let's try here first. 9 9s are 81, carry 8. So it will be 9 times. So it will be 9 9s are 81, carry 1, 9 8 is 72 plus 8. 9 went already. Addition, subtraction now. Correct? Now see here, 198 again double 9. Now what number should come here so that it will become 19,000? If I write by 9 19899 multiplied this much. Now is there any other number? We are having 1998. Now as you can see that the number is exhausted. There is no more number. Here we don't have any other number. We are left with 998, 1998. And so our answer will be, we have to subtract 9999. 6 times we will write. This is the extra number. So this extra number, if I take out, then I will get a perfect square, and that perfect square will be of 999. So the extra number that I have to subtract is 1998. 1998. So this is your perfect square. It is the greatest 6-digit number which is a perfect square, and it will be a perfect square of 999. In this way we have to solve this particular question number 18. In question number 19 we have to use, no, okay, question number 19 is word problem is smallest only, yeah. So in that way also you can solve. In other way around, you just try at your home. For number to be maximum, you have to subtract. When you have maximum greatest number, then whatever extra number comes, you have to subtract. This you keep in mind. These all things, small things you have to remember, memorize. When we have greatest number, then we have to subtract whatever comes here. When we have to add, we have to exceed a bit. When we have to subtract, normal long division. These 3 points to keep in your mind, and I hope you all will be able to solve this type of problems with a very convenient method. And I hope this chapter will be finished by you all. I don't think so that there will be any problem. Fill in the blanks. I have given us question, then question number 28 and 10. These all 4 questions I have given you as homeworks. So I would request you all to complete and submit it on Monday. I will be sending you the names. Selected students will be submitting the homeworks. Thank you.